Hello, my name is James Martinez, and I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the writing projects that I've worked on. I started writing back in 2011, and my first writing project was a book titled Once Upon a Transcendent Realm. I was actually asked by God our Father to write about the messages and the experiences that I had become part of. I've met with God our Father, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, and I had a lot of encounters with them both here on earth and up in heaven. We've done quite a few things and together, and a lot of the experiences are written of within that first book. I talk about the different spiritual insights and enlightening encounters that ultimately reveal the transcendent journeys with God. A lot of the lessons that I learned along the way were depicted within that first book. The second book that I'm working on right now is called Eternus Spurere, and I'm in the editing process of that book. I started working on that book in 2013, and the experiences that I've encountered with the deliverance of this book have been rather extraordinary. That book has been destroyed once in the process of its deliverance, literally taken by somebody who had an issue with things that I was working on and decimated the entire book. Literally ripped it to shreds and put it in water, and it went away. God told me to stay strong and that this wouldn't be easy, and we've since rewritten that book. To say the least, the experiences that have been brought forth for people to see this walk hopefully will be inspiring to them to do greater things as well. The third book that I've written is called One of These Days, and that book actually depicts the experiences and the encounters with the unrighteous and those who sought to keep these works down. There are daily lessons within that book, as well as the parts that talk about the deliverance, the trials and the difficulties and the persecutions and the different kinds of things that we experienced along the way. And that book is already written, and it needs to be typed up, finished being typed up and edited, and then that'll be ready for release. Hopefully right after the second one. There were talks already for several more books, and God willing, we're going to continue on this path to talk about the things that He's shown me, and to be able to help people find out wherever they are within their walks and get to a better understanding within their spirituality, to help them better understand their religion, or to help them draw closer to God and to form these same kinds of unions that I've formed with Him. I've handwritten all the books and then turned around and transcribed them all, typed them all up, and worked with a couple of different editors in the process. The amazing thing that strikes me about this entire deliverance is that I've done it faithfully with God. This is what He's asked of me. And there have been a lot of people who've tried to destroy the very things that we're doing, or who've tried to discredit it, or who have tried to keep it from coming out. And if you really look at what this message is revealing, it's revealing those who are working against God, or who try to stand against God, or who don't realize that they are advocates to the devil. Unfortunately, there are people out there who don't have it straight in their hearts and minds, and inadvertently become puppets by the opposition. If you look at the world today, you see that happening with brother against brother and sister against sister, and things like that. See, people don't have a problem with one another. They have a problem with what they have, their perceptions of life. And if they're misperceiving how it's supposed to be, well, then they get played by the opposition. Back to the writing part. In addition to the books that we're writing, I do a lot of posting, and I write a lot for Facebook and for Twitter and for the different types of blogs out there that are looking for an uplifting spiritual spiritually insightful message. Hopefully you've seen some of them yourself and have been inspired to find out a little more about not only this journey but about the relationship that you have with God. I'd like to thank you for listening to this message. God bless.